Hi Gemini, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot, and welcome to your September 2019 monthly tarot forecast. This is for Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, and Gemini Rising signs. Here is the Fool with the Seven of Pentacles. So some of you are maybe waiting on moving forward, on trying something new, maybe taking a leap of faith. With the Fool and the Seven of Pentacles, you could be planting seeds in regards to doing that here in September, Gemini. I am using the Wheel of the Year tarot deck. I'm also pulling you an overall additional guidance card, a love and relationship focused oracle, and then a health and well-being focused oracle. All right, Gemini, what does Gemini need to know for September 2019? Gemini, September 2019. All right, so you do have some characters here, Gemini. So definitely a lot of people around you. You're dealing with some characters here in September. Okay, so the overall energy for you guys, Gemini, for the month of September is the Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man is not automatically negative. Don't think that. The Hanged Man can represent you surrendering, you going with the flow. Some of you could be taking a step back from something, disconnecting, emotionally taking a step back. And by you doing that, separating yourself from something, you're actually gaining a fresh perspective. You're seeing something from a different point of view. So some of you, that's how you'll resonate with the Hanged Man. Let's see what's underneath it. Okay, we have the Hanged Man with the Page of Cups. So some of you could be waiting on news as well. You could be waiting on something to do with a child with the Page of Cups. Or waiting on some sort of news. And then we have the Seven of Wands there underneath the Page of Cups, which is that very fiery, passionate energy, which is you not quitting, not backing down when it comes to this. So you will wait. If you're waiting on news, you will wait. It can be a temporary wait with the Hanged Man. Others, you might have to sacrifice something, or maybe see something from a different perspective here in September. Right at the center here we have the Page of Swords crossed by Judgment. So we have a couple of pages. We've seen a couple of pages. So again, a child might be significant for some of you. Others, you're waiting on news. And so right at the start of the month with the Hanged Man and the Page of Swords, something could be stalled or something could be delayed. So just keep that in mind. It could be like a legal judgment if you're waiting on a legal decision to come through. If not legal, it could be just a decision, waiting on communication. Judgment can speak about second chances, rising up from the ashes, starting all over again in a sense, rebirth. And so some of you are going through a change. You might have to make an important decision, Gemini. I could be reading for some Geminis where maybe you have to make an important decision, but maybe you need to go off and spend some time alone and maybe see something from a different perspective, or gain some clarity about the situation. There might be like a lack of clarity. At your foundation, I have the Queen of Pentacles. So it could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. other Geminis, this might have to do with the family, the home, your marriage, for some of you. Could also be career, financial, waiting on news. Now, Six of Pentacles in the recent past. Some of you, you could be waiting on some sort of help or a loan, something to come through. With the Six of Pentacles here in the recent past, for some of you, there was already something that came in. It could have been some sort of help that was available to you. Financially, I don't see you in a bad place whatsoever, Gemini. You actually have some really good financial cards here. So I don't see you in a bad place. You also could have been very generous with someone in the recent past, Gemini. This could have been you very generous, you helping someone. Crowning you, we have the Sun. With the Hanged Man, this is definitely clarity, enlightenment coming in. Something will be illuminated here. So you might see something clearly here. There's definitely going to be a fresh perspective here. Gaining that clarity. Now, some of you, that could happen at the start of the month. It's a general reading, so for some of you, it will be at the start of the month. But others, you know, it could be the second week, the third week. But this is definitely you gaining clarity and maybe seeing something from a different point of view. Seeing someone clearly. And with the Page of Swords here, I really like this Page of Swords in this deck, actually. You can see how she's looking, she's watching, she's observing, she's spying. And so some of you Geminis, you could be spying on someone, you could be watching someone, and that's how you're gaining that insight. And with these general readings, it always can go both ways. So it could also be that someone is watching you. So just be aware, Gemini, especially if someone wants like a second chance with you, if this is on the love front. Now, coming up here around the second week, we have the World, which can represent something coming full circle, something completing. That can be like a phase or a chapter of your life. Because we have the Sun here, this combination is a very blessed energy, along with Judgment, very blessed energy. There is definitely going to be, for some of you, some new beginnings or a new beginning, a realization, an important decision that's being made, some life-changing events taking place here around the second week. But other Geminis, there could be travel as well, long distance travel, traveling to maybe a nice sunny climate. Maybe some of you are moving or going on vacation, separating yourself, Hanged Man energy. It can be voluntary, separating yourself. Because we have the Ten of Pentacles here, in the position of your power. Some of you are maybe moving house. Real estate could be significant. Again, family significant. This could be a big change for you and the family. There definitely could be like a second chance for a family for some of you. With Judgment here. And then we have the Knight of Cups in the position of how others are viewing you. So with Judgment and the Knight of Cups, this can be forgiveness. There could be an apology that's coming in, or you could be apologizing to someone. You could be letting go. surrendering, allowing things to happen if you were trying to control things prior. But this is a proposal. This is positive news coming in for you around the 3rd week. If you were trying to sell your house, this can be an offer that's coming in on your home around the 3rd week. In the hopes and fears, I have the Queen of Cups. So Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, significant. This could be your partner. I do have 2 queens here in the spread, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. We have 2 queens, and then we have a king. So King of Swords, definitely reading for some Gemini males. You might have 2 women around you here in September. And King of Swords for me. King of Swords is someone, he is a little judgmental. This is what's needed for some of you. Communication, maybe making a very important decision. You might need some time to do that. Could benefit the family, benefit your relationship. Some of you are maybe dealing with an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. With the King of Swords, he can be an attorney, especially if you're dealing with like an inheritance or assets, property, family stuff. Here at the end of the month, you could be dealing with an attorney. But let's go ahead and put down the second layer here, Gemini. September 2019, Gemini. All right. Queen of Cups again. So Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Water sign energy. Water sign energy. I could be reading for some Gemini females. Maybe you have water in your chart, or you're just a little bit more emotional here. Matters of the heart, very significant. Here we have the 5 of Rods crossed by the Hermit. Yeah, so some of you could be seeking some sort of legal counsel here, definitely in September. Now, you could be putting it off here, but for some of you, at some point in September, I see you maybe getting some advice. You could be speaking to your attorney. 5 of Rods can also speak about jealousy, competition, petty arguments. Here we have the Hermit, so there could be something with a Virgo. We have the Queen of Pentacles here at your foundation, so maybe some of you are dealing with a Virgo. This could be some sort of outside influence or some sort of competition. This person could be jealous of you. If you have to make a decision, there could be some internal stuff that is going on. So if you have to make a decision, spend that time alone. Listen to your intuition. I say that because here at your foundation, we have that Queen of Pentacles. We have the 2 of Swords, which can be someone who's not open, someone who's blocking their heart. Their guard is up. They're resisting change. So you could be dealing with a Virgo, you could be dealing with an earth sign person who was like this, or you were maybe guarding your heart. For some of you, protecting your family, your assets with the Ten of Pentacles here and the Queen of Pentacles. Protecting, you know, what it is that you value. And then here we have the Ten of Pentacles again with the Six of Pentacles in the recent past. So again, yeah, family matters, property, assets, things like that. Six of Pentacles could have been advice. You might have already spoke to your attorney. There could have been some sort of support or some sort of advice that came through in regards to this matter. There also could have been some very generous Geminis here in the recent past. Financially, again, financially, you know, I don't see you in a bad place. Some of you could be waiting on a legal decision, and it might have something to do with assets and inheritance, something like that. Crowning you, I have that Sun with the King of Rods, so maybe you're dealing with a Leo. Other Geminis, there's that clarity, that enlightenment coming in. It could be in regards to a fire sign male, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. The World with the Seven of Pentacles. So I mentioned with the World can be a process. So some of you, you've planted those seeds. You're maybe waiting to start that next chapter. You're in the process. You could be waiting to travel, waiting on moving house here around the second week. You also could be assessing a situation, looking closely, making some changes, maybe asking yourself, do you still want this? Is this what's best for your family? Asking yourself some important questions here at this time. And it might have something to do with, again, maybe a Leo, one of the fixed signs. Could also be a Scorpio. We have that Ten of Pentacles with the Eight of Swords here, position of your power. So a little bit of nervous energy, mental energy, fear, anxiety. I think that this mental energy is only here because you're waiting, you're having to be patient. So try not to worry unnecessarily here, Gemini, at this time. We do have that proposal, that offer that's coming in. We have the Six of Rods, success, victory. So around the third week is when you would see this growth, this progress, an offer coming in. An offer could be accepted here at this time. If you're waiting on like a loan to come through, around the third week could be when that's taking place. And then in the hopes and fears, Queen of Cups, Ten of Cups. You have some tens here, Gemini, so cycle's definitely completing. But yeah, I mean, this is family matters. We have the Ten of Pentacles twice, Ten of Cups. This is family relationship matters. Some of you are involved with this Queen of Cups, this water sign energy. You're hoping for a positive outcome, that happily ever after. Ten of Cups and Ten of Pentacles is very, very good. Is very good for those of you that are getting back together with someone. To have the Ten of Pentacles with the Ten of Cups in a spread, it's incredibly positive as far as you being together with someone and your family having everything that it needs, that financial stability, but also that emotional connection, that long-lasting emotional connection. And so here, leaving the month of September, we have the King of Swords with the Seven of Rods. And so some of you Gemini males, I mean, we see you very passionate, incredibly focused, determined, coming up in your element. Seven of Rods, not backing down, not settling for less. It's almost like you have this like family goal. You want what's best for your family. For some of you, this could be with an inheritance or with real estate, whatever it may be. You're in the process of starting this like next phase, this next chapter. You're waiting maybe also for a decision or something to end so you can kind of move forward into that next phase, that next chapter. And so we see you incredibly passionate with the Seven of Rods energy. You're not giving up anytime soon. Definitely incredibly motivated. I think that you are finding something out. There's enlightenment coming in, and we see an opportunity here around the third week. You could be defending yourself, defending your loved ones, standing your ground with what it is that you believe in here at this time. Let me go ahead and pull you an overall additional guidance card, Gemini, for September. All right, now focusing on love and relationships for Gemini, September 2019, Gemini. If you were separated from your family, Gemini, for some of you, you might have been separated. You're coming back together here. You're definitely coming back together. Now, maybe some of you are moving. You could be moving to another country. For me, with the world, it can represent that long distance travel. So, you know, maybe you had to travel somewhere first and leave your family behind. And I mean, for whatever reasons, you might have been separated from your family. And so you could be coming back together here in February. Absolutely. There's some changes coming in, but they're incredibly positive. They're incredibly positive. Focusing on health and well-being. And if a relationship ended with someone, for some of you, I do see reconciliation. All right. So the overall additional guidance card we have, very nice, Butterfly Maiden, transformation. You are experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. So you have great change coming in. Yes, some of you might need to make some sort of sacrifice, or maybe you have to be flexible. You might have to make an important decision here. Listen to your intuition, make that decision. But change is coming in no matter what. Positive, beautiful change. Now, what's interesting is on the love front, we have worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So again, yeah, I see here that maybe some of you were separated from your loved one. You might be in the process of reconciling. So, you know, you're waiting. We see you waiting. Around the third week, could be when you're maybe meeting up with them, or there's communication for some of you. Those of you that are coupled, we see real estate significant for some of you. So you and your partner are waiting. And then focusing on health and well-being, organic foods. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for supporting my desire to consume and use organic products. So maybe some of you Geminis are making the switch. You're eating better. You're eating organically for some of you in September. If you've had issues, maybe this is something that you should think about. All right, Gemini. So I hope that you found this reading helpful. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. If you are interested in having a private reading, please check out northeasttarot.com. Have a great month.